and Henry are back tonight?
Colin is not back tonight. And I expect, so real quick, I expect Gergensons, Miller, Butcher all on that trip. Before that is a question mark, and not tonight. So, did you follow that? So they're not in tonight. Those three. They're for sure. The way I see it happening and transpiring is on that trip. I'm not so certain on throwing guys back in on different ice conditions in an outdoor game, but they're still not there yet anyway, because they're not ready for tonight. They're not going in tonight.
So when you say trip, are you referring to the Western Canada trip?
Correct. And so Yokoharu in. So sorry, Paul. Yeah.
What's been the hold up on Butcher? He's been practicing a while.
Yeah, just getting back into it, like anything. The phase of getting back into regular play, and with all of these guys, different injuries affect them differently, and getting back to an NHL pace. Obviously for Gergensons, it's taken quite a while too, with his injury. But some guys, it doesn't affect their legs and lungs, an injury, and they can condition that all the way through their rehab. They're still, they don't lose any, leg power and lungs and conditioning in that respect. So those guys could literally be out for 7 weeks, but they're training that cardiovascular, way of ice, and then other injuries you can't do that. So you need extra time on the back end coming back from an injury to get back in game condition.
Is Pesek your defenseman out?
Pesek will be the guy out tonight. Yep. With Jokian.
Would you start another rotation with D? I guess like you did a couple of weeks ago.
Well, the young guys are playing great. I mean, Bryson's been really good. Fitzgerald and Samuelson have been really good, and obviously Darlene has, and now Yokoharu is a younger player coming back in. I mean, those guys we all know that's our future core group there, and you add power in that group as we move forward. So those are the guys that would want in the lineup, but those are the guys that actually are playing really effective. So they're in the lineup. Maybe they'd be in the lineup just because they're young in the situation we're in, but we don't even have to get into that. They're actually playing well enough to stay in the lineup, and every game they're getting better and better, which young guys have that capacity. So very happy with those five younger guys, and the inclination would be to keep them in there because they just keep getting better.
Is there any area of Fitzgerald's game is further along than maybe you expected, just based on how he started the season, how he showed up in camp?
No, I mean, I actually thought he was really good in camp. I just figured, okay, it's going to take some time for him to actually get his opportunity, but felt he would be prepared for his opportunity, knowing him and his character. Didn't feel that, still felt that the American League would be, he'd still keep gaining in the American League. His kind of, I don't know, status, for lack of better words, the script, it kept getting better and better in the American League. He kept playing with more confidence, playing more to his identity, and impacting more. And so even at the start of the year, him going to Rochester was, I saw that as a positive for him because he was right on the cusp of, even doing more down there. And, knowing him and his background, his family, his competitiveness, watching him since he was 16 years old, I'm not surprised that he was able to come in game one in the NHL and find a way to make some impact with us. And he's done that. His grit, is outstanding. And, he's not a guy that's 6'4", that, when you have a gritty guy 6'4" and you go against another guy 5'10", 5'11" in the league, the smaller guy can look at you and say, "Get out of here! You can't do anything to me." But Fitzy can hold a lot of smaller guys accountable, and he does, and he's done that from day one.
Does he almost instinctively make some of the aggressive reads you want to see from defensemen?
Yeah, he's trained long and hard at it, so he knows what he's doing. It's there's some precision to what he's doing, so his reads are really, really strong, but it's through a lot of work that I watched him put in, and talent that goes with it.
You mentioned knowing him for so long. He just seems like a good kid.
Fitzgerald is a good kid. He's a team guy. He is, you see it. He fights for his teammates. He looks out for his teammates. So, he's surveying the ice, and if somebody's bumping into somebody else on the team, he's got it on his radar, and he's going to get in there and get involved immediately. And so he really has a lot of pride in being a competitive guy and doing it for the right reasons for his team and for winning.
You've got 4 young centers. One of them has to play wing every night. But in my eyes, they all look so much better at center than they do at wing. Is that tough knowing you got to throw one of them over to the wing even though he's a better
Yeah,
center?
it is, but it's also, and I had a conversation with one of the guys on the ice just now. It's beneficial in the long term. You get down and you go down to 2 lines with 3 minutes left to pull the goalie, and you're down a goal, and you want your best players on the ice, and the more versatile they are, the better they are. Middlestead's been on the wing. There's some things he can do on the wing that he can still manipulate plays because his hand skills are so good. That he can back people off, create time and space that maybe other guys can't on the wall. So there's some interesting things. They learn how to use their skill sets differently. Dylan's speed down the wing, if he times it right, he's really hard to contain and explosive down the wing. So, each guy, they may be challenged over there now, but they haven't figured out how to impart their skill set and read the situation that they can, or the moment they can within a game. And so when they do, they're going to be really effective there as well. And so if we can get them time there and get them past that, we're going to have something pretty special with guys that can shift from center to wing.
Anderson, good to go?
Yeah.
When players are going for milestones sometimes, you do sense maybe they press a little. A goalie's going to be a little different, but you kind of just got to watch to make sure he's just playing his own game and not thinking about it too much.
Yeah, that's you do, and I'm not so certain what you can do in the process. I do have full faith in Andy that even if there's some conscious thought to it, he knows full well he's got to move past that, and he may battle that. It would only be natural. You're going after 300 wins and you're sitting at 299. It's going to enter your mind, But yeah, I'm excited for him, as you guys know, to get it. I think, I think he has to battle that, definitely. And I think he does. I have faith that he would do it as good as anybody could handle that.
Thanks.
Yep.